What if you could print a toy, a house, or even a stick? Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, welcome to the world of 3D printing. In this video, let's break down what 3D printing actually is and how this futuristic tech works, layer by layer. 3D printing, also known as additive manufacturing, is a process of making three-dimensional objects from a digital field. Unlike traditional manufacturing where we carve, cut, or mold material into shape, 3D printing builds objects layer by layer from the ground up. Here's how it works in simple steps. First, we create a 3D model using software like CAD or scan an existing object. That digital model is then sliced into thin horizontal layers. Think of it like slicing a loaf of bread, but digital. Next, the 3D printer reads these layers and starts printing them one at a time. Depending on the type of printer, it may melt plastic filament, cure liquid resin with UV light, or fuse powder with lasers. As each layer is added, the object slowly takes shape, kind of like staking pancakes, only way more precise. The most common type of 3D printer is FDM, or Fuse Deposition Modeling. It works by heating up a plastic filament and extruding it through a nozzle, kind of like a very smart glue gun. What makes 3D printing exciting is its flexibility. You can print prototypes, medical implants, carpets, fashion, even food. It's changing how we design, create, and innovate, because now almost anyone can turn an idea into a physical object. So, the next time you hear someone say, "I printed this," they might not mean paper anymore. Now that we know how 3D printing works, let's see what we can actually make with it. It's way more than just toys. First, product prototypes. Designers can quickly test out ideas for things like phone cases, headphones, or kitchen tools. Instead of waiting weeks for factory samples, they can print it overnight, make changes, and repeat. Second, mechanical parts. Gears, joints, hinges, parts that actually move. Engineers use 3D printing to test how components fit and function right on their desk. You can even print a working gear system or a drum frame at home. Third, everyday objects. Need a phone stand, pen holder, a custom flower pot? You can design it yourself or download one online and print it out. And the best part, you don't need to be an expert. Anyone can start, whether you're a student, a designer, or just curious. With sites like printables.com, thousands of free models are just a click away. All you need is a printer, some filament, and a bit of creativity. 3D printing isn't just about making stuff, it's about making things your way. But 3D printing doesn't stop at home projects or hobby models. It's now transforming industries like healthcare, architecture, even food. From printing custom prosthetics to building full-size houses, this technology is pushing boundaries in ways we never imagined.
I will talk about 3D printing in food. 3D food printers use soft food like chocolate, fruit jam, or cheese. They print food layer by layer, making shapes that are hard to do by hand. This is fun for making beautiful cakes and candy, or even a slice of salmon or steak. But it's not just for the look. We can also use 3D printing to make food with extra vitamins or protein. This helps people eat healthier based on what their body needs. 3D food printing is also great for older people or people who have trouble swallowing. The food can be soft, easy to eat, and still look nice. It helps them eat better and feel better. 3D food printing is now used in homes, restaurants, and even hospitals. Now, let's talk about 3D printing in hospital and clinics. Doctors use 3D printers to make models of bone or organs. This helps them plan for surgery and see the problem better. It can make surgery safer and more accurate. They can also use 3D printing to make custom implants, like fake bones or spine parts. This fits each patient better than a normal one. In short, 3D printing in medical is now very useful. It helps doctors to do their job better and help patients heal faster.
Now that we have seen how 3D printing is used in daily life, such as in toys, construction, and medical care, I'd like to wrap up the presentation by talking about its advantages, disadvantages, and future potential. Let's start with advantages of 3D printing. First, it offers high design flexibility. You can create very complex shapes and structures that are hard to make using traditional methods. Second, 3D printing allows for rapid prototyping. Instead of waiting weeks for a factory sample, designers can print something overnight, test it, and make changes immediately. Third, it's perfect for customization. This is especially useful in medicine, where every patient is different. For example, doctors can print implants or surgical model that fit one person exactly. Finally, it helps reduce material waste because it's built layer by layer. Only the exact amount of material is used, making it more efficient and eco-friendly. Of course, there are also some disadvantages. One major issue is limited material. Not every material can be printed, and some are still too expensive or weak for real-world use. Also, printing speed can be quite slow. Large or detailed objects can take hours or even days to complete. Next, the cost of equipment is high. Professional 3D printing and maintenance can be expensive, especially for small companies or schools. Lastly, there are legal and ethical concerns. People can use 3D printing to make dangerous items or illegal compete, like weapons or fake products. This means law and regulation will be very important in the future. To sum up, 3D printing is not just a cool tool, it's a new way to think about creating. It's turn ideas into reality quickly and easily. It's already changing how we work in design, architecture, and especially healthcare. For customer toys to patient-specific medical device, 3D printing is helping us work smarter and live better. Looking ahead, the potential is even greater. Our creature people are already printing real houses to help solve housing problems in disaster area or remote place. In food technology, meals can be printed with exact nutrition levels based on someone's health need. In medicine, scientists are exploring how to print human organs and implants, which could one day solve the problem of organ shortage. And in space, astronauts can print tools directly on spacecraft in emergency instead of waiting for delivery from Earth. In short, 3D print is not just about making things, it's about reimagining how we live, build, and solve problems. Thank you for your time and attention. And remember, 3D printing is not just about making things, it's about imagining a new way of living.